Alright guys, Kazoo71 here on Ark Survival Ascended. I'm on my Pteranodon. What I did was I made some pillars, a couple of pillars, and I'm over here where I like to tame Argentavis on the island. And so I'm going to set up my Argentavis trap with these pillars, but as you guys are going to see, these new pillars do not snap like the old pillars. So they don't have that set snap point. They do have they can go sideways, as you guys could see there, but they're not snapping like where they should snap. So it's really a mess. It doesn't work like I'd like it to do. So we might have to change the plan here. And so what I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to show you guys me attempting to set up the trap this way. And then we're going to have to set it up another way. Now, this was filmed on 10/26. 10/20. Yeah, the day after it came out. So it came out on the 25th, and then here we go, the 26th. The next day I was doing this. So already into the first day of playing, and already to the point where I want to tame an Argentavis. So it's got some pretty cool dynamics as far as building, but some of this stuff does not work like it used to. Like these pillars, I don't like that they don't have a snap point. A lot of the pieces that you're going to snap in the game are going to snap in the center of a foundation. Now you can hold the Q down and it'll move it so it'll snap in other places, and then you can snap them to the edges and stuff like that. But it's just really weird that it doesn't have the set snap point so many spaces away from the previous one like the other game does. So just kind of jumping forward a little bit here, I was making some pieces, crafting a few to see what it looks like, and I'll show you guys what I did. Was I made these I was using the Pteranodon to space them out far enough for me to be able to fly between them. So that's what I've been doing, and just trying to make it makeshift. And then we're just going to do it like this, and we're going to set up my little ceiling tiles across them in the middle, and then we're going to do it that way. Now let me just say, as you guys can see, I'm flying from the herbivore island now. I'm going to show you guys the route here. I didn't want to show you guys the route before because it was at dark, so I wanted to show you guys in the daytime how I'm flying there. But the game crashed. So the game had so many crashes initially. It still was crashing a week, 2 weeks in. I've got rid of most of the crashes now. They did a lot of tweaks and stuff, and I found a video from somebody. Most of my crashes were happening anytime you open an inventory or close an inventory. So you get rid of those transitions where they don't do that transition anymore, and all of a sudden those crashes stopped. The guy I watched the video on these crashes was saying his crashes, some of them were from that, but most of them were from the foliage. I have no crashes from the foliage. My crashes were when you open inventories, personal inventories, a Smitty, anything. You open something and close it and the game would crash. It was really annoying. But once I got past that, so I filmed a lot, got a lot of recordings. I'm going to just post these as playthroughs for you guys. So you guys can see them and what I did and all this stuff. But there was a lot of crashes, so we're going to have a lot of mistakes, a lot of goofs in here. These stilly birds, the itchy whatevers, are still in the game, as you can hear them every now and then. I did figure out how to remove them on Ark Survival Ascended. I posted a video on that. So any dino you want to remove, just go watch my video on that and I'll show you how to do it. Get rid of them suckers, man. I hate them stilly birds. And I hate the raft killing whales too. I got rid of those too. Those are two of the most annoying things in a game, along with the Microraptors and the steely guys, the Pegomastodus. I hate those things. Those are the four dinos I absolutely just will take off the game. I don't play with them. They're just annoying. It's not fun to have them on there. So we're flying along the edge. I'm heading from Herbivore Island up towards around Carno Island. There's a mountain over there. It's the mountain I like to grab Argentavis from, fly them down to the beach and tame them. There's also some metal and crystal up there. And usually when I play on the island, I build a base down at the bottom down there by the water. I'm not going to do that this time. I got another spot I'm going to build a base in. They did change the ground, so the ground's not as level as it used to be. However, with the way the builds work now, you don't really need super level ground to build. You can stagger these pieces, and then the walls will snap in the correct place. I put a video up on that too if you guys are interested in how that works. So that part's pretty cool. So just been leveling up this Pteranodon stamina and a little bit of weight so we can fly a long ways as far as I can. I'm gonna, like I said, I didn't show you guys the night one when I flew over here because it was almost dark, and I'd rather show you guys in the daytime so you can see what it looks like in the game. This is still on high settings. I haven't changed any settings, and the frames per second I'm getting about 30, so 25 to 30, which is horrible. I bought a new computer. It's getting about 120, so it's running about 60 to 90 on this game on epic settings, but it crashed on me. So hopefully they get it fixed. I got it with those guys I bought it from right now, fixing it because it had a Windows update install and it crashed the game after the update. So what I'm doing is the game crashed after I had set all them pillars down, as I showed you guys at the beginning of this video, and I forgot to save it. So all that work I did was gone. I still had those like couple of pillars I had made, but other rest, all that stuff I made was gone. It just completely crashed. So at this point in the game early on, you got to save this thing constantly, otherwise you are totally screwed. There's a stilly bird right now. Let's get rid of him. Don't want to mess with those guys. Hate those things. So as you can see, I can kill them, but I just absolutely can't stand them. And here's when I get a little frustrated with the game and I actually jumped off my Pteranodon instead of accessing the inventory. I was going to hit I and I hit E. I don't know why I did that. I and E are not even near each other on the keyboard. So, oops. Well, I'm okay. I survived that. It wasn't too far of a jump. What I want to do is split the narcotics up, because the stilly bird grabs you. That's what it goes for. It goes for narcotics. They should call those guys not Ichi whatever, but drug addicts or something, because all they want are your narcotics. Stupid drug addicted birds. Anyhow, they are. I'm telling you, they're drug addicted. They just want your narcotics. That's what they go for. So I don't know why they designed them like that. It's just so stupid. We're going to go with the Dino Gateways now. So we're going to use Gateway Trap, the trap that a lot of people use, because I can't do my trap because the pillars aren't snapping correct. And now with these gateways, you can see they want to snap in certain spots. You got to hold the Q down. Once you hold the Q down, then it'll let you move them like you want them. And you'll have some different spots to snap. You hear that stilly bird in the background. We got to make sure my Pteranodon can fit through here. So I'm going to have to set these down a couple of times. As you can see, I can't fit right now. We're going to move them and kind of adjust them a few times. I was going to cut all this out, but I want to show... Oh, oops, he still don't follow. I want to show you guys what I'm doing, and then we're going to lead an Argentavis in here. And then, just so you know, I'm going to lead an Argentavis in here, and when I get it in the trap, I close the trap, and the freaking game crashes again. So I had to go back and get the Argentavis again a second time. I got him in the trap, and then the game crashed again. And so, but I had saved that time, so he was in the trap. And then I knocked him out and tamed him. So you're going to see a couple of transitions here where I have to move the video. It's not because I didn't want to show you guys. It's because the game kept crashing. And then it's just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So I had to trap the Argentavis twice. I knocked it out once finally, but I had to get it in the trap twice. And this game was just so glitched the first week. Always like that, any kind of thing, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. But you'd almost think that they had worked on this for over a year, that they would release it, but they would make sure that it was actually workable and playable. And then they had tested it out multiple times, but, you know, I don't know. Who knows? My guess is that when they're testing it, they're testing it like on these really high advanced computers they have with the highest graphics card, which is what I bought, by the way, but mine crashed. And then once they test it out, they're testing it with maybe like, let's try like 10 players or 100 players or something like that. And then when they release the game, you get thousands of people buy it and download it. And man, it just, I don't know. It's just weird. You think it would be okay, but then all these other bugs come out because people are playing on different computers than they have. And that's my theory. I don't know for sure. Who knows why? I'm sure they tested it. Don't get me wrong. They're not dumb to not test the game. But all these crashes that came out the first week, man, it was just... It's still crashing, but fortunately for me, I have some settings changed and stuff. It hasn't been crashing. They've done like so many patches since then. I haven't been covering the patches because there's just too many of them. But hopefully they get it all worked out. It's supposed to be out on Xbox, guys. Today's the 15th. I'm recording the vocals. I recorded this video. I'll flash forward here. I'm up on the mountain here. I'll show you guys the mountain later on. I didn't want to kind of do too much here. But Xbox is supposed to come out yesterday, but they're having issues with not the licensing, but something to do with something like that. So, and PlayStation, they're still trying to work it out. There's a 49. That's that 49 right there. This is the first time I grabbed him. So fortunately, after the game crashed and I came back, he was in the same area. So I did save the game after I made the trap. Just so you guys know. There he is. Let's go. Come on, follow me. And then I did save it so I didn't lose the trap, and when the game crashed, I was back by the trap, and then I came back up here and got the Argy Tame the second time. Now, if I was one of those YouTube creators that just kind of don't tell you the truth, I would just kind of like, oh yeah, look, I've tamed this. No, I want you to know the game keeps crashing. Over and over and over again. Hopefully when it comes out on the Xbox for you guys on consoles, when it comes out on PlayStation, it don't crash this much. Hopefully they tested it out with us PC players a lot. Because, man, this thing is buggy. Buggy, buggy, buggy. Look, I got two of them following me. The one behind me is really low level, so the way I lead Argy Tame, if you've never done this before, guys, if you're watching for the first time, as long as that Argy Tame, you allow it to hit you every now and then, it will continue to follow you. But as you see, as soon as you get too far away or you don't let it hit you, it loses interest. So as long as you stay right in front of it, let it hit you every once in a while, and then it's kind of speed up a little bit. You can take the hits. It don't do tremendous amounts of damage. See, let it hit me. And my hit markers are on, but I don't know if you can see them. I don't know if they're working. Oh, I have it in key mode. That's why. You should be able to see the hit markers. Or maybe I didn't turn them on at this point. I don't know. I can't remember. I really don't remember. This was filmed, like I said, weeks ago. This is kind of leading this thing back to the trap here. We'll get him in this trap, and then, like I said, that's when the game crashes, and I had to lead him a second time. But I ain't going to show you guys the second time. Pretty much exact same thing. I don't think I had the second tag along Argy on the second run. But all you're going to do here, if you've never done this before, lead them into the trap. You fly in through the trap. You land outside, and the Argy Tame focuses on the Pteranodon. You go close the gateway, and they're stuck in there and can't get out. Because an Argy Tame cannot fit out the same space that a Pteranodon can. So you just want to fly. I got to slow down here, let them hit me. You just want to fly right into the trap. Yeah, the hit markers are on. You can see them. Right in and right out the side. That's all you got to do. That's why I made them big enough so the Pteranodon can fit through. Right in, right out, land. He's going to focus on the Pteranodon. Close the gateway. Good to go. He's in. And this is about where I get off my Pteranodon and the game crashed. I mean, it literally, you're seeing me move, but I'm not even on the game. It crashed. So, it's a mess, man. So here we go. I knocked him out. I forgot to record me tranking him, but you can see he got pretty bloody. I was using the trank arrows, and there he is, tame. So we got this guy. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt because I had to rebuild the trap a few times. I had to mess with it, change a few settings. So, not change a few settings, but just change the way I was going to design the trap. And oh, this thing's so glitchy, man. It almost wasn't fun to play the first couple of days. I was excited to see the stuff, but it's so annoying to just do what I had to do. So, but there you go, guys. We got a trap built. We got an Argy Tame. We are up in the air. We're going to head back to the base. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please make them. Like I said, this is early game. This is the day after it came out, so lots changed since then. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.